Hello, and thank you for joining me for today's video with energy vampires. Now, I've been very excited to do this video, and I don't want to waste any time. I'm just going to get straight into it. So the title of today's video is How to Have a Good Day, and in brackets, even if you're having a bad day, right? So how do you have a good day? What is the science behind a good day? Well, I don't really know what the science is, but I can tell you that I have approached the answer to this question in a scientific manner because, I have experimented and through trial and error, and I believe that I have found a fairly consistent system by which to have a good day. And I'm going to share that in this video. Now, I was thinking about doing like slideshow and flow charts and stuff, I sometimes do, but I don't want to because I really want to speak from the heart on this topic, and I just want to kind of get it out and off my chest. So I'm just going to talk to you like this. There'll be no slideshows or anything like that today. Okay. Now then, there are two types of days. Okay. First of all, right, let's look at that. There are two types of days, and your day will unfold, okay? So there is what I call the planned day, and then there is the unplanned day, okay? Now let's look at a planned day. A planned day will either go one of two ways. It will either, number one, it will go to plan, or number two, it will go to shit. Okay, now, if it goes to plan, you are happy. If it goes to shit, you are not happy. You're pissed off. Alright, so to put it very simply, it's a bit more complicated than that, but to put it simply, I think we'll all agree that that is the planned day outcome. Now let's look at the unplanned day. The unplanned day looks like this. You may be happy, you may be unhappy. You're like the wind because your day was unplanned, so you get what's given to you. Okay? Alright, now, I want to talk about two ways in which we can have a good day. Okay, so we're going to talk about something that is practical, and then we're going to talk about something that addresses the emotional, because they're very important. Okay, we need something practical, and we also need something that is going to help with the emotional. Okay, because emotions are a part of our daily life. We experience emotion because things happen, they trigger emotions. Yeah. So what we want to do is we want to avoid negative emotions, and we want to attract positive emotions. It's common sense. I mean, we'll all agree on that, won't we? That's what we want. Nobody wants to feel like shit. So we'll talk more about that in just a second, okay? But first of all, we're going to talk about the practical, and we'll talk more about the emotional, okay? So these two things, the practical and the emotional, are the two things that I've discovered that will give you more consistency so that your life is not hit and miss. That you're going to have more good days, okay? And today, as a matter of fact, was a day that inspired this video, because I had one of those days today that my theory was pushed to the max, because nothing went according to plan. And yet I still reflect on the day and I can say that I had a good day, even though nothing went to plan. Okay, so hence the inspiration to do this video today. Okay, so now the practical. Okay, now a lot of us do a to-do list. Okay, so every day we have an agenda. We have things that we want to get done. We have things that we want to achieve. They might be mundane things. Well, I say mundane. They might be, I don't know what else word to use, so forgive me for that use of word. But it might be a mundane thing like some housework, or it might be a very dramatic thing that you want to do. But whatever it is, we've got things that we want to do, things that we need to get done. Okay, so what a lot of us do is we write a to-do list. It's a very common thing to do, to write a to-do list. Those who don't write a to-do list at least have some thoughts in their mind as to what they want to do. But if you're an organized person, you'll write it on a piece of paper. Okay. I write a to-do list every day. However, this is the secret right here. Okay, this is very important. There's two things with a to-do list that I want to tell you. Right. The first thing is that you write your to-do list not on the day of doing your to-do list. You always write your to-do list the night before, and that's very important. Okay? Because what you do not want is you do not want to get up in the morning and face your day and then decide what you're going to do. That doesn't happen. I run a business, and in my business, I never sit down at my desk and think, what should I do now? That's a recipe for disaster. You should never be wondering, what should you do? What you are going to do has been predetermined and decided beforehand. Okay? It must be. So you do your to-do list the night before, because then there's no hesitation in the day. You know your day is mapped out. You know where you're going. You know what you're doing. But there's another reason as well. Is because when you do your to-do list the night before, and literally the night before, I'm talking about last thing, right before you go to sleep. I write my to-do list for the day right before I go to sleep at night, the night before. And when I do that, because it's my last action of the day, when I'm sleeping, naturally, my mind, even if I don't know it, my subconscious mind is going to be perhaps processing that list. So that when I get up and face the day in which my to-do list will be fulfilled, it's in my mind. It's in my mind, and my mind has already been in the process of processing it, if you like. Okay, now there's a second thing with to-do lists that's very important. This is very important now, okay? What you do is you deliberately list the first 3 to 5 items as something that you're guaranteed to do, right? Because success breeds more success. If you have a success, you are aligned for the next success and for the next success, because you're on a roll, and that's the way we are naturally. You know that, right? So what we do is we begin our agenda, we begin the sequence of events that we've laid out and predetermined and put down on paper the night before. Okay, and like the first 3 to 5 things are like routine things that we never skip, and we're going to do them, and we're going to actively tick them. We're going to actively mark them off the list as complete, so that we feel internally, wow, I'm having a productive day, things are getting done. Yeah, so we're more likely to go on and achieve more things, right? So you might think it's silly to write them down. Like, why would I write that down? I know I'm going to do that. I do that every day. There's no point in writing that down. Well, there is, because you're writing it down because you want to have some guaranteed successes. It works, believe me. Believe me. It works. Now, I must move on, because I want to talk about something else that's very important that I've recently learned, and it's very powerful. Okay? And it deals with the emotional, how to have mastery over your emotions in the day, because negative emotions can completely wreck your day and can have an even more devastating effect upon the day. It can have residual effect, but it works in reverse as well. So can good emotions. Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. When you wake up in the morning, you do not get out of bed. Okay? So, I don't know when you set your alarm for, or if you wake up naturally, or whether you're going to get up at 6 a.m. or 7:30 a.m. or 9 a.m. or 11 a.m. or whatever it is, right? When you wake up, you do not get out of bed. You have work to do in bed, right? And here's what you do. You lie in bed and you do some self-talk for 5 to 10 minutes. So you're awake, but you're not getting up, right? So you're lying there and you're doing some visualization of you're rehearsing your day, right? And in your rehearsal, in your mind, you choose how it goes, right? Of course, you're going to make it a success. So what you do is you go through your day in your mind, and everything you do is a success. Everything you touch turns to gold, right? But also you do some self-talk, and you do it audibly. Okay, now this sounds crazy, and you might be uncomfortable doing it, but if you really want to test this out and get success, which I know you will, then you got to do it, right? You're going to audibly, right? Audibly say not these exact words that I'm going to give you, but the words that you want to speak. You're going to say, I am successful. I'm successful today. Today's going to be a great day. Today is awesome. Everything is awesome. Whatever it is you want to say, but you're going to like give yourself a real good pep talk. And you're going to say, everything is great today. I can't wait to get out of bed today. I cannot wait to face the day. I cannot wait to get these things done today. I'm really excited about today. Yeah, so it's all positive stuff, right? And you're going to say it audibly, and you're going to mean it, okay? And throw in some positive affirmations. I feel great today. I am happy. I am healthy. I'm wealthy, healed, and whole, and I'm successful at every task I undertake. Whatever your positive affirmations are, if you don't have them, get them, man. You need them. Okay, and you're going to say this lying in your bed. Okay, and then you're going to get up. Then you're going to get up after you've made that decision, because this is a part of the process. Is you're going to decide that today is going to be a good day. Now, here is what happens when you decide that you're going to have a good day, right? When you face the day and the shit happens, because the shit will happen, there will be unforeseen circumstances and events, and there will be unforeseen shit that will steer you away from your path, that will distract you and that will piss you off. Those things will happen guaranteed. Let's not pretend. Let's not lie to ourselves or deceive ourselves, because that's life. These things happen. But what will happen is when we have pre-decided that we're going to have a good day, then we are not affected as much by those things because we're in a positive frame of mind, right? It works, okay? It's like this. Your decision seals the deal, right? Because your decision is separate to the circumstances and situations and the shit that gets thrown at you in the day, right? Because your decision overrides that. That's a separate thing, right? That is happening outside of you, but you have decided what you have decided, that you're going to have a good day and that you're going to be happy today, you're going to be productive today. And even if you're not productive, which I was not today because I had other things unforeseen that took place, like I know that like I can make up for it, and I know that I'm just not affected by it, right? I would be happier had I achieved everything that I set out to do, but I'm not gone the opposite extreme of sheer unhappiness and disappointment that I would have experienced had I not got out of bed the right side, right? Had I not made that decision before my feet touched the floor. Okay, so that's just my observation and experimentation, and it works for me. Let me know in the comments what you think, and if you've got any ideas that you want to share with anyone. Please join me and like my Facebook page so you can be notified of any new content. Also subscribe on YouTube, the same thing, you'll be notified of any new content. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.